The Phoenix Suns picked up a huge offseason addition in Yuta Watanabe. He was a huge target that I thought the Warriors might go after, and somebody who I thought they might get. He was also a target of many other contending teams too, as he really would be a perfect fit with any championship roster. His three-point shooting, his defense, his hustle, his energy, he has all of it. And I'm super shocked that no team offered him more in free agency. But maybe to Watanabe, maybe it was more about competing for a title. And honestly, the Suns give him one of the best chances to do that. So I'm going to break down what Yuta Watanabe will bring to the Phoenix Suns, and basically how his career has gone so far, and why probably the Suns wanted him more than any other free agent. So first, Yuta Watanabe was an undrafted free agent in the 2018 season. He's from Japan. Him and Rui Hachimura have been playing on Japan's national team together for the past 4 to 5 years now. His career started off with the Grizzlies, and he didn't really get much playing time. When he did play, you could see the potential of what he could become in the NBA, right? The shooting, the defense, everything that I said prior, right? All of that would eventually add up to him getting a nice role in the Brooklyn Nets later on. But then he spent a few years in Toronto. His first year there, he played a considerable amount of games and shot around 40% from three. But as I said, he would eventually join the Brooklyn Nets 2 years later, and he would have his best season as a pro. Before Kyrie and KD got traded, Yuta Watanabe was absolutely on fire. He was shooting over 50% on threes, and it seemed like he was pretty much hitting every single one of his quarter threes, and a lot of times he was in the closing lineups with Ben Simmons, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant. And though that was kind of a relatively small sample size, Yuta Watanabe was quickly proving his worth in the NBA. His energy, his hustle, his defense, Kevin Durant loved playing with him. And I'm pretty sure Durant even praised him a few times in post-game press conferences because he was that big to that Nets team early on in that 2023 season, obviously before, like I said, Kyrie and KD got traded. But I think it's clear that KD wanted Yuta Watanabe on his team again, as I believe that's one of the main reasons why the Suns signed him. But even then, Watanabe is the perfect fit on this Phoenix Suns roster. As I continue to reiterate, right, the three-point shooting, the defense, the hustle, it's everything about his game. He's a pretty high IQ basketball player. He knows his role. He doesn't really make any bad decisions. He's just really a perfect player to pair next to Kevin Durant, Booker, and Beal. Because the main thing is, right, the Suns really can't sign anybody, that costs a lot of money. They're going to need to sign guys that want to take a vet's minimum, or at least take a pay cut to try and play for a championship. And with Beal, Booker, and Durant, right, taking a lot of those ball handling duties, they're going to need spot up guys like Watanabe that can hit Tommy threes, play good defense, do all the dirty work, make all the hustle plays, and Watanabe will be that guy. And he's no doubt shown that he can thrive in that role. Now, as I said earlier, right, Watanabe's really good play from last season. It's kind of a small sample size because after the trade deadline, Watanabe didn't really get much playing time because the Nets, they have a lot of wings on that roster, and unfortunately, Watanabe just really didn't get in the rotation. But now he's going to have a chance to be one of the main rotation players for the Nets. But obviously now Watanabe is going to have a really good opportunity to be one of the main rotation players for the Phoenix Suns. Now, obviously they signed Eric Gordon, they re-signed guys like Josh Okogie, they also got Keita Bates-Diop, Drew Eubanks, Chimezie Metu, right? They have a lot of different players who are going to fill some nice roles. But with Yuta Watanabe's winning style of play and just all his intangibles, he's going to get a lot of playing time on this team. I think he might have a chance to start, but most likely he's probably going to have more of like a 6-man, 7th-man, or 8th-man type role. But I guarantee he's got a good chance to be in the closing lineup, similar to how he was in Brooklyn early on last season. But as I alluded to earlier, Watanabe was a huge target of a lot of contending teams. I saw him floating around with rumors with the Warriors, and honestly, being a Warriors fan, I would have really liked to see Watanabe in a Dub Nation jersey. He would have been a perfect fit next to Steph and Clay coming off that bench, and especially because the Warriors need more forward depth, especially behind Draymond Green and Andrew Wiggins, he would have been just such a great fit. I can't emphasize that enough. And obviously, like I said, he was the target of a lot of other teams as well, but the Suns were the team to pick him up. And I get why, right? Because he's going to have a lot of opportunity. He's probably going to get more playing time and minutes than he would have on, let's say, the Warriors or like the Clippers, right? So the Phoenix Suns really give him a chance not only to compete for a title like he probably wants, but it's also give him a chance to really show what he can do, right? Have a really good opportunity. Because I really do think he can be in that like 6th, 7th, or 8th man role given his skill set and given what that Phoenix Suns team will need. He's the perfect guy to do that. I really do think Watanabe is set up for the best season of his career. I could definitely see him averaging around 8 to 10 points a game, probably around 45% from three, and he's probably going to get a lot of corner looks as well like he did last season on the Nets. I could definitely see a scenario where he's pretty much spot up in the corner and Beal and Booker and Durant are creating some wide open shots for him. And there's no doubt that playing with, 3 all-stars and with 3 guys who have been some of the top leading scorers in the league, Watanabe will get a lot of open looks. So I'm excited to see what he does on the Phoenix Suns next year. He's a perfect fit. Like I said, really unfortunate that my Warriors didn't pick him up. I know he's been a top target of a lot of teams this offseason, so this was huge that the Suns were able to pick him up. I know he may have not been a big name free agent, but he was definitely a really important free agent on this year's market, because I think a lot of teams knew that they might be able to get him for a vet's minimum, but they also knew the skill set and the value he could bring to a contending team like the Phoenix Suns. So, like I said, super excited for Watanabe. It's unfortunate the Warriors didn't get him, but I think he's going to play a huge role on the Suns next season with his three-point shooting, his hustle, his defense, his energy, everything he brought to the Brooklyn Nets this season. And I know Kevin Durant is going to be excited to have him around because he loved playing with him in Brooklyn last year. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.